So let's talk a little bit about why credit is so important in the construction industry. First of all, it has a lot of nuances that a lot of credit departments don't have. There are things like liens, joint checks, a lot of different things that tie into that. So it's definitely a different type of credit. There's also the relationship piece of it, and if you miss out on that, you're missing out on a huge, huge piece of leverage that you can use in that situation. So as you're going through it, it's more of a psychology and the philosophy behind credit and how that works within the industry of construction and the LBM space. My specific philosophy on credit and collections in this industry is you've got the power seat in the house. You are all about how you're going to be able to move your company forward. So sales thinks they're kind of the kingpin, marketing always thinks they're kind of the kingpin, but it really is credit and collections. As a credit manager, I can make or break the sales of our company. I can either get a lot of product and materials and services out the door, or I can chase those customers off. It really depends on who's running your credit department, how they approach it. If they realize that, look, credit is a great place in our company. However, without sales, without moving product or services, we have no company. So it's in my best interest to make sure that we keep those things moving. It might not always be the way sales wants it, but there's that joint connection that you're taking it through. For credit managers, a lot of times you get kind of tagged like the Shrek of the company. That you're, I think the favorite line I heard was, have you met our credit manager, Helen Wade? If you want credit, you can go to hell and wait. And I had a salesman that said that every time I saw him. And for the first time it was great, but after 15 years of working with him, it was not as great. And it's surprising how many people will come up to you and say, oh, credit, you're the sales prevention team, or the loss prevention, whatever. That's not accurate, it's not right. Again, I can make or break our sales month with how I approach how I'm going to get somebody. My job is to find a way to say yes. Might not be the yes you want, might look a little different, but my job is to help get materials and services out the door and make sure that we're paid for them. As a credit manager, having a relationship with everybody in your company, whether that's an internal or external customer, so customers, salesmen, your CFO, whoever it is, you've got to have those. So you think of yourself a little bit like a chameleon. If I'm connecting with you as a customer, I've got to find out enough about you to be able to connect with you on some level that we can start building that relationship. Most people buy and pay and view people more favorably that they want to do business with. So I'm going to want to take care of you, you're going to want to take care of me if there's that personal connection there. So I'm going to find ways to connect with you. I'm going to find ways to connect with my salesmen. It might not always be what they want to hear, but at least I can have that honest conversation. You've hit a good relationship level when you can sit down with a customer and say, listen, I'm not giving you credit for this reason. We're going to go do COD for 6 months. Honey, you're not paying your child support. And if you're not paying child support, I'm pretty sure you're not going to pay for your roofing materials. So I know that there's probably some backstory there, but let's walk through this. Or you have a tax lien. Tell me about what happened there. Tell me about what's going on with your books. And those are conversations that you have that, they're very personal. People will tell you anything about themselves except their finances. So you've got to be able to have those good relationships and good conversations with them. This is just a small taste of a much larger class. You can take the full class for free at levelset.com. Join me.